Hi there everyone, I am very excited about this new catalogue, the November-December 2020 release. I always get excited for this catalogue because, as you can see, there's a lot of Christmas in here. There's a lot of other good stuff as well, but there's a lot of Christmas, and anybody that knows me knows how excited I get with the Christmas releases from close to my heart, and when things start getting released into stores and everything as well. So I'm a bit of a Christmas fan. What I'm going to go through with you for this video is the Jingle Joy Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. You can see here that it is designed with all the Jingle Joy papers, the sticker sheet, and some additional cardstock to make the pages. It also has fabulous glitter die cuts and the Jingle Joy die cuts as well. You can purchase these separately. You can also purchase the printed papers and the sticker sheet as well separately from this kit. But the bonus of buying a Scrapbooking Workshop kit is you get exclusive items. So exclusive to this workshop kit that can't be bought any other way are the glitter die cuts, exclusive printed paper that's absolutely gorgeous. It's a black with like a starry night. It's fabulous. And you get all of these die cuts as well, with everything all laid out for you, ready to push out and make the pages. You also get the guide to make the 3 layouts that you can see here. So there are 3 double page spreads, and you can follow this formula. All the cutting is here for you to follow. This one's quite good. It's a very simple 2 pages worth of instructions. There's nothing intricate about the cutting at all, so it can be achieved very quickly. And you also get the instructions for putting each page together. But what I wanted to do, and I've done this in the past, is extend this workshop kit. So today I'm going to show you how I have created 6 double page spreads using these as a base to start with. So what I did was press all of the die cuts out, sorted all the papers, and laid everything out as per the project. So project 1 had a pile, project 2 had a pile, and project 3 had a pile. And then I went from there, taking pieces away from that to extend it to 3 more pages. Once I had done all of the pages, I will show you what I had left over from the kit. It's not terribly much, which is a very good use of the Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. I've got 2 die cut pieces. I've got some glitter snowflakes, little bits of paper left. I have the craft sheet that comes with it, and also a flamingo sheet as well. And I can use those on other projects very easily. One thing I will say about the glitter die cuts, be very careful when you're taking them out of their carrier sheet. I wasn't paying attention closely enough, and I have ripped them, but I can stick that back on together and nobody would ever know. So these pieces I can use for other projects later on. Project 1 that I've designed here is loosely based on project 1 in this kit. You can see I've kept this arrangement here very similar. I've used the border strip, but instead of using the one that they've suggested, I've gone with the black check paper. I've rearranged the arrows. I've put a little cluster here. Now these strips here are actually pieces that go behind these overlays, but I didn't want to bring too much pink onto the page. I wanted to bring in some reds, and I've done that using candy apple, but I've used the light side, not the dark side, and that picks up the darker shades of these pink elements here, and I think tones in really, really well. So this is project 1 that I've done. I've put, as I said, a little grouping of these strips. All I've done with the strips, and this is one of them, I've worked out what length I want. I've trimmed it with some scissors off flat, and then I've done the little banner cut by cutting up the center and then from each corner. So I've got a little grouping of 3 here, and then I've carried that design over to this page so that there's another grouping here as well. And I've used some of the die cut tags. You'll see this is one of the tags, but I've actually cut that bit off so that the circle isn't there anymore because I didn't want the tag style on this layout. Foam tape underneath the stickers and the die cuts, and this page is done. I've actually cut, you can see I put tape there, so I've had to cover that up, but I've cut out the center of this dot pattern paper. So rather than having the dots on this side, I've made that the background of the paper and then put white over the top. So that's project 1 from my Scrapbook Workshop Kit Makeover. And this is project 2. And project 2 is here, and it's backed actually onto the specialty paper that is only available purchasing the scrapbook kit. So that's the black Starry Night type paper. But I wanted a fresh design with the white, and the ho 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 I thought would be cute running vertically down the page. And then I could put some of the sticker elements inside the little O's and bring the design in a little bit. I've used the pattern paper that comes with the kit, and I love this tree pattern. I think it is one of my favourite patterns in this kit, and it really is only used in these sections here, and a lot of it is covered up by the elements here, so I wanted that to shine through. I've still used the journal box. I've put some of the chevrons on here that were on the original left side of the page, so instead of them being across the page like this, I've put them down here. And it's I didn't use these pieces as photo holders. I've used them later on. So I'm very conscious when I do these rearrangements and extend the project to use as much as what is in this pack as possible, more than what is actually left over if you follow the plan. Project 3 is a black and white page. I love the statement that this double page spread brings. I've brought in the glitter snowflakes. I've added some liquid pearl to the Rudolph's nose to make it a red nose and a bit more of a feature. And instead of having the tree pattern paper, this is the back side of the tree pattern paper here, this black and white gingham or check. I haven't used that at all. I've made the base pages white to match in with the 2 previous projects. I've used the banner strips, and I've used just 2 of them on each side. I've left the craft out of this because I wanted a classic black and white page. I've still used the title that they've suggested on their project, and instead of just leaving this banner as a white banner onto white paper, I've actually inked the edges with black ink so that it just stands out just a little bit, and I've done the same treatment to the outside of this Oh So Merry. Here are a couple of tags from the die cuts, and I've actually run out of the embellishing thread, enough of it to do this part because I've set that aside for other projects. So I've used some of our old White Baker's twine. So that would be the 3 pages that the workshop is designed for, with just some few tweaks. And by moving things around a little bit, I've been able to use this black Starry Night type paper with all the stars as a big feature for this double page spread. So for me, this would be project 4. Oh, I've got another one underneath there. I'll just remove that. And you can see again, I've brought in candy apple, and I have flipped the candy apple over so that it's the light side that is shown. And you can see here that this Dear Santa is red, and compared to the original sticker, which is a real pink, flamingo and raspberry tone. So I wanted to make it a red title, and I will show you how I did that towards the end of this video once I've shown you all the layouts. The other thing that I wanted to show you was that I have used our silver glitter paper as mats, and you will see, well, that's not the best one to peel off, that I've cut the centres out of them. So I'm conserving the paper, and it also means that when I'm adhering my photos, I don't have to use liquid glue on my photos at all. I can just adhere them with regular adhesive in these sections here and place the photo on top. Because it is hard to get, oh, excuse me, I'm inky from inking up the projects. It is hard to get items to stick to this glitter paper on top of it unless you use glue dots or foam tape or liquid glue. The adhesive tape runners, they just don't stick to the glitter foil. The other thing that I've done with this is I've extended the baker's twine up and over the edge of the paper, and you can do that very easily by just running it over and then using some washi tape to hold it down. So you don't need to adhere this part at all. It just gets adhered with washi tape at the back, and the little bows I've done, and I've put glue dots behind those to stick on top of the pieces of twine. Project 5, I've brought in a title that I've designed on the Cricut, so using Design Space. So Christmas Morning, I've welded that together to run across here. I've kept the same black and white type design, and once again I've coloured the stickers. So these stockings had a pink tone, the gift had a pink tone, and this is one of the photo holders from Project 2, I think it was, and I've kept those aside because I knew that I wanted to use those as a little grouping behind these photo placement areas here. So I will show you how I've done that as well. So you can see here I've got like little clusters of the tags and that are from the die cuts, the stickers, one of the press out die cuts from the kit, and I've done a little bit of paper tearing along the edges of these elements here just to bring a little bit more interest to the pages. Layout 6 is another black and white type layout, and I've run the photos across on angles, and I've used candy apple and green apple and the light sides of those as well because they tone in really well with these baubles. I just love this paper as well and wanted to make it a feature of the layout rather than hidden behind a lot of elements. And there's still plenty of room for photos to go, and I can even put flip flaps on these 4x4 photos or on the edge here as well once I get the photos printed and on the page to add more photos to the page. A little journal box, I use my Versamat and a ruler, and I've ruled with the grey journaling pen some lines ready to write on there. Popped up a little embellishment from the Jingle Joy die cuts and a little strip here. So it's the little details hiding behind. I don't do a lot of embellishment heavy pages, and I just like a simple flow through design. I've done the same thing here with this tag. I love this tag, and I've made it look like a bauble, and I've adhered the twine behind the page with washi tape again. So you'll notice that there are elements on this page from the die cuts that come with the Scrapbooking Workshop kit that I've not used. This is the one from the left page and the one from the right page, and I haven't used them on the page because I didn't want the heavy raspberry colour with my designs. So what I've done, and this page isn't complete yet, but I've cut the centre of it out to use on another project, and that could easily be placed with a photo mat, a bit more black, and I could put it on a Christmas page, or I could have the heart behind it and make this into a layout all of its own. Now you might be asking why I cut the inside out of this piece. Well, I wanted to make a card. So effectively that stretches out the projects into another project again. So these are the strips that are from the centre of that piece that I just showed you before. So I'll quickly show you how I constructed this card. I'll bring in my all-purpose mat. I have a piece here that measures 5.5 by 4.25, and I can make a card base using this design. So basically all I've done is gone along with my tape runner and once I've got the adhesive on there, I can line it up over the card panel. So I can get it fairly straight and place that down. And then it's a case of just flipping it over, and you can use your trimmer to do this, but I've got a little bit more control because I don't have an edge of just running along with my scissors. So now that I've cut away the inside of that, everything is adhered on this, ready to go. So I've actually nicked a bit here, but that's okay because I'm going to trim this piece down. I find it's easier to work on a slightly larger piece and trim it down than to go the other way, because if I'd made this mistake, measured to the exact side I wanted to, I couldn't fix it. And then I can go along with a 1/4 inch strip of black and just fill in areas of the card and trim those off and adhere them on other areas of the card. Now you can do this with any colour, but I quite like the striking black and white and pink, and you can choose wherever you want to put those. So you get the idea with that. This little flamingo and the birthday is from our exclusive Hostess Rewards Party Animals. So if you host a party or have a large enough order on your own, you can earn this for free. So it's the only way you can get it. You can't buy it from the catalogue. So you can make a cute little card just by using the inside pieces of an element that was designed for a scrapbooking workshop kit. So nothing needs to be left over. Now I did promise you that I was going to show you how I changed these to red tones. Distress Oxide ink, Candy Apple, and our tool. And it's just a case of blending over the top. It is really that simple to change something like this. And the little dots of this sticker still shine through, which is fabulous. So you don't lose all the detail. Because these inks blend so smoothly, and you've got to remember when you peel this off, you're not going to see if there's little parts that you've missed. Normally I put a post-it note underneath my fingers so that I don't get them all inky. And you can bring in as much ink or as little ink as you like. And then once I've done that, I went back over because I wanted the bottom section of the words to have a little bit more depth to them. So I'm just adding more ink to that area. And you can angle the tool so that I'm not bleeding in too much to that Santa area. And when you take that off the carrier sheet, you get a nice fine detail of the Dear Santa, and it will be nice and red and really pop on the page. So if you don't want the pink and you're looking at the kit and you're thinking, oh, I really don't want pink in my Christmas, you can change these things. I did the same thing with this paper die cut. I just went in and inked. Now if you don't go too heavy, you can actually still see the wash that is behind the inking that you've just put over the top, so you don't lose all the detail of the sticker. It's that simple. And then I simply just trim those off so that they would poke out from behind this area here. So there's one of them there and another one at the top of that page. So I've changed the entire look of this kit and some of the elements by inking over the top of them to give a red hue rather than a pink hue, if that's what you would like to do. So there you have it. That's how I've customized the Jingle Joy Scrapbooking Workshop Kit to extend it a bit further into 12 layouts altogether, with another one ready to go with the overlay piece. I've customized it to suit a colorway that I wanted to bring out from the papers that you might not ordinarily think of. You might look at it and think, oh, well, that's pink, I really want a red. The thing that you do have to be careful of when you do colouring over the top of stickers or die cuts and things that have tones in them, you want to pick a colour that will blend well over the top. So always do a little test first before you start doing it. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.